Hello everyone, welcome to Soul Path Guided Tarot. Today we're going to do a yes or no pick a card, and we will ask why or why not. Before we get started, I wanted to thank everyone who is here over and over again, time after time. I truly appreciate your sharing your energy, your love, and your light with the community and with me. And to all of those who are new, thank you for taking the time to check out this video. For everyone who has reached out to me in the comment section about how do you schedule a reading, that information, my email, is in the description box below, along with the timestamps for the readings. And to everyone who is scheduling, thank you so much. And for all the repeat readings and the family referrals, I am very grateful. All right, so let's get started today. We have 6 different groups. I'm feeling the vibes of like yellows and oranges, so that's what we're doing today. So here is group 1. This is a citrine point. All right, group 2, this is carnelian. Group 3, this is honey calcite. Group 4, mookaite. Group 5, this is a double tourmalated citrine. And group 6, this is your bumblebee jasper heart. All right, so choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 for your reading today. Let's all take a few deep breaths. 3 deep breaths deep into your belly. Feel your lower belly expand. And just slowly let that air out of your nose. And choose. And we'll get started. Hi, group 1. This is your choice. This is the citrine point. Okay, we'll put that off to the side. All right, we're going to start with tarot. This is the Tarot Illuminati. Bright images. That's why I like this deck. I take what flips out, so let's get started. Okay, the Strength card, the 4 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, King of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Sun. All right, so let's see what we've got here for you, group 1. All right, so what I'm getting for you, group 1, is for many of you, you're at kind of a precipice. You're kind of at a fork in the road where you can continue on the same path that you've been on, or you can make a shift and a change. And my left ear is ringing really high-pitched ring right now. Some of you have been in a state of flux, a state of imbalance, uncertainty, not feeling like everything is kind of firing on all cylinders the way it should. The road's been kind of bumpy, okay? And there's a choice that needs to be made. And it's really kind of interesting. When I look at the spread, I see it in 2 versions here. There's this side of the spread and there's this side of the spread, okay? So this side, we're talking about some kind of restoration of equilibrium, harmony, coherence. And what do when we say harmony and coherence, we mean things where we're not anxious, we're not feeling disrupted, we're not feeling rushed, we're not feeling unsettled, we're not feeling unhappy. We just feel at peace. We feel calm. Everything is just kind of going along, okay? But there's been a situation where, or a long-term situation where there's just been a lot of that. And we get to a point where we just aren't sure which way to go anymore. So we kind of stop, we kind of withdraw a little bit, we kind of hold ourselves back a little bit. We kind of don't trust ourselves anymore. We don't trust the universe. Okay, so that's the thing that needs to be recalibrated, if you will. All right. So what's really interesting is with the last equinox we just had, that energy is going to affect us for many months to come. That equinox is all about embracing change, embracing the change within, embracing the change around us, embracing change. When we embrace it versus say, I don't want to do that, I don't want to go that way, I don't want to move in that direction, we are in a state of flow. And what happens there is what we see here. We have these two strong court cards of, personalities that you yourself can embody. So look at these two strong king, the king and queen, the king of swords, the queen of wands. So here you have logic, really critical thinking, very confident in their ability to make decisions and the right decisions, trusting themselves, kind of saying, I've learned a lot, so I know how to not repeat those same mistakes. And then you've got the Queen of Wands, which is this divine feminine energy coming in that combines this fire in her belly of this is what I want to create, this is what I want to experience, this is I want to be a part of, this is what I want my energy to exude, along with a self-awareness and self-confidence that can't be stopped by any circumstance, okay? And even if there's a stumble along the way, it's never enough to knock you down. So that self-confidence, that self-awareness, the value you see in yourself, not because of what you do, what you don't do, what you make, what you don't make, none of that. It's just the value because of who you are as a human being, okay? And then, of course, she's got that intuitive, insightful, divine feminine energy. And when you embody this energy, you then can absorb the energy of the sun, which is about new directions, creation, different opportunities, seeing things in a way you've not seen before. This child represents innocence. Now, I'm not saying you're going to, be restored to the innocence of a child, but it means you don't get mired down in a myriad of scenarios that keep you from moving forward or trusting the process or trusting the universe, okay? You're no longer conditioned to feel like I can't do that or that's not for me before you even see it through. All right? So really interesting like polarity between the spreads on the left and the right. And we talked about, having to make a choice. All right, angel spirits and guides. What do we have for group 1? Angel spirits and guides. So a lot of Leo energy coming through here. A lot of Leo energy. So strong, powerful fire energy coming through. All right. Angel spirits and guides. What else? This one wants to come out. Crane, you will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity bless this union. So partnerships can be romantic or not. They can be friendly or not. They can be business related or not. It can be even you partnering with like a student that you're working on a project together, okay? And you've had some trepidation about doing this thing on your own and you're going to partner up with somebody. Or this is partnering up on a business idea or something you can do, on the side on IG. Or this is about a relationship that's new and different, unlike what you've had before, right? So whatever it is for each of you, because this is a general read and we only take the part that resonates, the message is whatever this is that you're moving into, it's a beneficial partnership. This would be a beneficial partnership and it's going to last a long time, okay? There's going to be a lot of good things about it. So the message here is like be bold and confident in what you can accomplish, what you can achieve, what you can embody, how you can shift your energy, okay? And be willing to look at resources, right? This kind of childlike idea, resources or ideas or content or opportunities that can help you create your dreams and what it is that you're trying to manifest, what it is you want to bring into your reality. Angel spirits and guides, what else do we have for group 1? Yes or no, please? Yeah, look at that. This came flying out. Number 5, intention, back and forth. And this is that back and forth energy, right? This is, I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to do this. I give and I take. I feel good. I don't feel good. I feel confident. I don't feel confident. Back and forth. It is a non-productive energy. It is an energy of going nowhere quickly. It is an energy of spinning wheels. Like, you know, he's on this teeter-totter, that's what we call him here. He's on this teeter-totter and he just goes back and forth. But does he move? No. Does he get anywhere? No. So, of course, we need to set an intention and stay pretty much focused on that intention so that we can see some kind of change, so that we can focus on what it is that we're excited about, or what it is that we're really insisting on making a change towards, or whatever that is for you. But back and forth, making no decision, that's a decision of nothing changing, okay? And mention what this new energy in the equinox is all about. Then you have angelic realms, a team effort, charity, validation, patience. So right away, this comes through as the angels helping you to a different way to not only see yourself, okay, see who you are, but help you integrate new information, new ideas, and new ways into moving towards something that is going to be a positive, productive thing in your life, okay? With that, you know, they're going to have you see things differently. They're going to have you use your intuition. You know, wolves are about instincts and intuition, right? That's how we connect within. We have Metatron's cube here. This is all about an amazing energy, but one of those things is about not repeating patterns, all right? And the white horses represent new beginnings, purity of ideas, purity of thoughts. We don't mean pure in the standard form, but new, okay? So there's a lot about new. There's a lot about stepping forward into something that, and the new doesn't have to be like, I'm going to create a new business. I'm going to create a new this or that. It can be, I'm going to create a new way that I see myself each and every day. I'm going to create a new way in the way I communicate with myself a little bit every day. And as I say that, you get lotus flower, unfoldment. Yeah, this is you unfolding. You know, the lotus is such a beautiful flower that if you weren't able to see the entire process of the lotus, where it's nothing but, a thing growing, laying in the muck, to emerging towards the surface. And as it reaches and takes on this sun energy, it creates this beautiful, full unfoldment of potential, of unfulfilled dreams, that now is the time to say, you know what, I'm going to go for that, of unfulfilled wishes. So we unfold to receive, to go and be in harmony with change, whatever that is. And we then reap the rewards that we never even expected, that we never knew were even a possibility. The other card that you got is ocean, ebb and flow. Well, that's the same as back and forth, right? Everything ebbs and flows. We're back and forth. We need to set the intention that as we make, our way through this unfoldment towards our new beginning, that we embody this energy of the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands. And then the last card that came out is blessings, a rainbow of blessings. So when you see rainbows, whether they be, you see them after the storms, or you see them on some kind of image somewhere, that's a reminder that the blessings are there for you. All you have to do is follow that rainbow, right? Believe in that rainbow. And then you get intuition. So this is Cancer energy. So some of you, this is Cancer coming through. But this is absolutely about trusting yourself, trusting and going within, right? That's how so much harmony is restored. Believing in ourself, finding our way back to the self, right? And from there, we make decisions, we take steps, we think about things in a way in which we end up with a lot of harmony and security in our life. Things that feel a little bit more known, a little bit more stable, a little bit more comfortable, okay? Here we've got 4 and 4, so 44 here. That is a master number about kind of being on track and resonating with the angels and communicating in a way that is empowering and loving and self-serving in a way that's positive, okay? It's in a way that's expanded, in a way that's moving you towards the new energy, which this new energy is the only thing that's going to be stabilized. And what is that new energy? It's energy of a greater acceptance of self and others, a greater love of self and others, okay? And letting go, this is stuck here, letting go of those things that, and look, oh my gosh, look at the number, 44, and we just said 44. So now we have 44, 44. I almost didn't see that, it's so small. Okay, letting go of anything that keeps you on this back and forth, of anything that keeps you from following the blessings and the dreams, of anything that keeps you from embodying this energy of the king and queen here. Because when we get core cards like this is personality traits, energy that you can embody yourself, that you can take on, and it then causes you to move. Okay, move in a position, move in a relationship, move home, just move your thoughts, move your energy. Okay, and bottom of the deck is the wasp, anger, retaliation, jealousy. So you got letting go, and then you have the wasp. So maybe some of you are harboring some resentment, some anger, some jealousy, just some like lower, not energy that keeps you up, but kind of brings you down, okay? And that is going to be really important for you to release and to let go. And that is part of this Four of Cups that's here. And the Six of Pentacles about having to restore some kind of balance, okay? And that is because when we harbor those lower level energies, we are not able to create. We are not able to learn. We are not able to expand. We are not able to build something. We are not able to receive. And then you have the Magician's Sword, confidence in your magic, number 10. So 37 reduces to 10. That's about ending a cycle and a new beginning. So number 1, new beginning with blessings of the angelic realm around you. 37, this, the sword always reminds me of Archangel Michael. Here we have the angelic realm, the protector, the warrior. Some of you need to kind of take on that warrior, but the benevolent warrior attitude. The benevolent warrior is the one who comes in with love and an open heart, but really decides this is how it's going to be for me, and no one's going to take me off my game, okay? So very, very important message for you, group 1. So this is a yes for group 1. You can see that there is a choice that needs to be made as you move forward, but this is a yes with all this energy around you to remind you that this is you, this is your energy, this is what you can embody so that you can have that thing that it is you want, all right? So that's what I have for you. If something resonates, please like and subscribe. Every month I give away a free reading. I give it away at the new moon. It's upwards of 60 minutes. If you're interested, please like and subscribe, and in the comment section write, I enter. As you go forward, I wish you much peace and joy. Namaste. Hello, group 2. This is your choice. This is the carnelian. All right. So we're going to start with tarot. We're going to take only what flips out, and this is a general read. So just take what resonates. Don't try and force fit what doesn't. All right. 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, the Sun. How 1 got the Sun. So if you're drawn to that, there might be a message in there for you. 10 of Swords. The Alchemist is the Magician in this deck. The 8 of Cups. All right, so for group 2, the overall vibe I'm getting from this is that it's time for you to make a move, because you've got the 8 of Swords and you've got the 8 of Cups, and 8 in tarot is indicative of movement, okay? It's time for you to move, and it's time to embrace some change. It's time for you. So some of you, this is going to be a literal move, like from country to country, state to state, region to region, neighborhood, home, something like that. There's something that you need a change of scenery, you need a change of people, you need a change of circumstance, you need a change of air. There needs to be some kind of change. Maybe it's a change of friends or certain groups of people that you hang around with. But there has been something that has been kind of tying you up in knots, causing you a lot of anxiety. I'm seeing somebody there's like bullying is what I'm getting. I'm seeing, and it could be bullying in a relationship. It can just be bullying from certain people around you in your environment. Could be family, could be the culture within that you're in, where, the way you present yourself, the way you are, or just because of who you are, you're kind of bullied, you're kind of pushed around. Okay. And so Spirit is saying that whatever that environment is, there's a time for you to make a decision on how you're going to proceed forward. Are you going to openly embody this energy of the magician, which is with some reflection, right? Because the magician is always surrounded by the infinity. It appears in every card in every deck. And the infinity is, this has been my life. This has been my life. And here we have infinity again. The polarity, the duplicity, the back and forth, the problems, the healing, the detriment, good and bad, black and white. Okay. We're always over here or over here, but you're never in the middle, in this center point where you find clarity, where you find an understanding, where you find yourself, where all things start to connect, where all things start to make sense. So the magician is able to take the thoughts, the emotions, right? The ideas, the inspiration, and the tools within provided to us in the material world and change things up, right? This is called the alchemist. Alchemy is about creating something, changing forms, right? You take one compound and another compound and it creates something else. So this is what Spirit is asking you to do, because when you make this shift and change, and I was about to say choice, so for some of you it's definitely a choice, and we do have the Two of Pentacles here. There's going to be something here for you that you're kind of going to be in denial about, is what I'm hearing. You're kind of going to be of the, I don't deserve it. I don't expect that. I'm not seeing that. I'm not feeling it. So that is going to take some time for you to understand that, yeah, I can have this. This is something that I can be a part of, right? I don't have to be on the outside looking in. I don't have to be always trying to fight my way to something better. I don't have to be the one who's always standing alone, because I'm constantly surrounded by, I mentioned bullies, but people who don't honor me or take care of me or just respect you. Okay, so big shift in energy here. Hawk, pay attention. A powerful message is being communicated to you now. Yeah, so one of the messages they're giving me is that you have the ability to heal, okay, from whatever has come your way. You have the ability to be strong enough to move on from this thing that's been causing some chaos in your life, some disruption, some disharmony. You have the ability to take what the magician uses and alchemize it, right? It's like the power is available to you from the divine, from the cosmos, that central sun, right? The sun behind the sun, and the earth itself. And when we connect those energies through meditation, through positive thought, through shifts in energy, we can make some real big changes in our life, okay? So the universe wants you to pay attention to synchronicities, because they're talking about powerful messages being communicated to you. You know, we've got birds here today. Maybe it's feathers. Maybe it's lines that you hear in a song. Maybe it's something you read. Maybe it's a sign you see. Maybe someone keeps saying the same thing and you kind of keep hearing it and you're like, did I just hear that? But it's about moving on from old patterns, okay? It's time to embrace change. Embrace the change. Be the change that you want. Okay, you have the ability to create that. All right, and then we immediately get joyous, fun. So yeah, this is going to create a shift in your energy. This is going to lighten your energetic load. This is going to lighten your thoughts. This is going to give you some kind of sense of it's time to have a little bit of fun and not worry all the time. It's time to relax a little bit. It's time to remember what it's like just to free your mind and just enjoy, okay? And maybe some of the messages some of you are going to get are going to be about things to do so that you increase. Okay, that's what they just said. Some of the messages you're going to get are going to be about things to do to help you raise your vibration so that we can be in a position to create from the magician, okay? And with that, we need to move into energy of happiness, of joy. So you might be prompted to do something that you normally typically wouldn't do, or maybe travel somewhere that you normally typically wouldn't travel to, or do something with someone that you typically haven't done something with, to move you out of like being the victim and kind of having that fragmented energy where you've been so beaten down or so minimized and marginalized that you don't believe that good things are for you. So it's time for you to discover all the new possible options for you. And in that process, many of you will have like kindred partnerships. Doesn't have to be romantic. It can be. Could just be an amazing friend, the kind of friend you've never had in your life, or the kind you haven't had since you were a kid. All right, angels, spirits, and guides. What else do we have for group 2? $34, Universal Merkaba, a sacred purpose. You have the answer, lucid dreaming. So yeah, so we just got powerful messages being communicated to you, and you have the answer. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your daydreams, like if you go off and daydream. Okay, because there is a change coming. Whenever we get the Merkaba, that represents the spirit light body. That's a alignment between your spirit, your spiritual body, your light body. Okay, this is about you embracing that new energy that came with the last equinox and making big shifts. Okay, so pay attention to what's around you. So a lot of you, there's gonna be a lot of communication coming in. Okay, it's going to change your thoughts. It's going to change the way you think about things, and it's going to help you to move into that higher vibrational energy where we can create, where we can embody this, because this is going to be really important. Okay. All right. Look at this. Tsunami. Stuck. Wake up call. Yeah, you have had a wake up call. You're getting a wake-up call. Some of you, this is like getting the Tower card, okay? The Tower card, if we resist what the Tower is bringing us, the change that the universe says is necessary for us, for our highest and greatest good that we can't even imagine yet, okay? We can't see beyond where we are right now. This is a wake-up call. This is that Tower moment. It's time to go with what's coming. It's time to open up and receive the new information, the new thoughts, the new ideas. When you have new ideas, new thoughts, what are they? Pay attention to them. It's something coming in from the divine to help you move through the volatility that you've had in your life. Okay, it's time for that volcano energy to kind of be put to rest. If we can't change this energy of the situation we're in now, then that's when we need to make a move. Okay, make a move into new energy so we're not in this tsunami, in this volcano. This is such volatile energy here. This is such destructive energy. All right, and then you had forest, breath. Yeah, it's time to take a breath. It's time for you to breathe. It's time for you to connect again. Many of you, nature is going to be a real healer for you. Many of you find a lot of peace in nature, a lot of balance in nature, deep breathing in nature. I mean, you know, there's studies that have been done that show that you can actually improve your cardiac, your heart function, outcome, and lower your blood pressure just by breathing in the forest. And then you have perception. So here we have a lot of green here. So for some of you, it's going to be about healing the past, seeing what is possible for you in the future. But perception can change everything. If we perceive things one way that's positive, you know, more positive things happen for us. If we perceive things that are always difficult, challenging, volcano, a wake-up call, right? 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords, then that's what we get. We get more of that difficult energy. Vanishing mirror, ego sublimation. Okay, so for some of you, this means death of the ego, right? So the mirror is, you can see the mirror is shattering the old thoughts of yourself, the old way you move through life because you thought you could only have this or you couldn't have that, or your whole life you've been dealing with financial struggles, or your whole life you've been dealing with relationship problems, or your whole life you've been dealing with low self-esteem or self-worth. Okay, shattering that, okay, letting that go, waking up to realize that that is not the reality of your situation anymore, that we can embody this beautiful energy here with some changes. Okay, the ego is nothing more than the thinking mind on steroids. Okay, and if we can quiet that and move into this green heart space, our perception changes. If we can breathe deep into our belly, okay, that relaxes us. It takes us out of that flight or flight information, sense of energy. And then we have Leo, drama. So this is, this is Mercury energy coming in. Okay, and this is Mercury energy. This is about shifting out of this drama. This is about shifting out of the trauma. This is about being courageous, showing people who you are within your soul, okay? And digging in deep so that you can connect with your soul. And with that, you emerge, and you emerge confident and courageous, and therefore you can create, you can experience new ways of interacting in relationships, in the way you express yourself, in the way you interact. And, you know, 5th house is also about joy, what kind of joy you have in your life, okay? And then the bottom of the deck for you is organization, again with Mercury. So do you see the message here about communicating to yourself, to the people you interact with, to your guides? All right, so 10th house, that's Capricorn, long-term goals, your career, how you deal with masculine energy. Okay, what's your reputation been like? Is it real, or is it just something that was cast upon you? Was it created? I mean, now is your time to kind of set the record straight on how you are going to move forward the way you would want versus the way things have happened to you and you've just kind of stepped into that role. Okay. All right. So for you, group number 2, this is a no for right now. If you wanted your no, you have your no. That's great. I do want to share with you, if you wanted to get a yes, we talked about ways in which you can move your energy, all right, and move yourself so that you can really embody this universal Merkaba, the spirit light body awakening. All right. So there are options with information that's going to come through, not only from the divine, but also actual communication coming through here in 3D. So please know that you have that option. Okay. All right. So we all have free will. No one can take that from us. That's what I have. If something resonates, please like and subscribe. Every month I give away a free reading. It is upwards of 60 minutes. If you're interested, in the comments section, please write I enter, and you must be a subscriber to participate. As you go forward, I wish you peace and happiness. Namaste. Hi, group 3. This is your choice. This is honey calcite. All right, so we'll put that off to the side. We're going to start with tarot Illuminati today. I take what flips out. Just take what resonates. These are general reads, so don't try and force fit anything. All right, first card out, Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, Four of Cups, the World, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so for you, group 3, I see a lot of really strong, positive momentum, energy coming towards you for you to, I just got full body chills, for you just to emerge into this opportunity, this scenario where you feel like good in your shoes, good in your skin, good in your surroundings after a period of a lot of reflection, inner healing, inner work, okay, about realizing that, yeah, much in life can challenge us, much in life can kind of knock us on our tail, much in life can give us pause, but there's always the universe coming in to offer us one more thing to reach for, to go for, so that we can find happiness in this 3D life, okay? Where we can remember why we came here. So for you, you have amazing energy coming in where you've got the Ace of Swords here with the Ace of Wands. So two powerful energies about creation, about beginnings, about fulfillment, about destiny, about fate, okay? So two powerful energies where your thoughts, feelings, and emotions are very synchronistic and cohesive, okay? Your head is thinking a certain way, but your heart is in resonance with that. It's not like there's, total disagreement there and you're struggling, you're being split in two, and the left side of your, ear says one thing, the right side of your ear says the other thing. This is complete coherence about going forward, having faith, knowing that there's something here that as you move forward, it's going to be new and different. And it doesn't have to be completely new, okay? It doesn't have to be reinventing something. It doesn't have to be anything other than you being open to what's coming towards you, which is always new energy, all right? And this is energy that is supported by you embodying these two energies, right? These are personalities, these core cards that you can embody that are going to help you move, that actually help you move through the 3D world. So we have the Queen of Wands, fire energy, strong energy. She's methodical. She's brilliant. She's like creative, right? She's like, okay, let's try this. If that doesn't work, no problem. Let's try that. She's very heart-centered. She's surrounded in green. She's very much connected to her self-worth. She understands. She values who she is just for the being that she is, not for what she's accomplished or hasn't accomplished, not for where she is in society, not for any of those things other than she just understands. As a soul, she is of value, and she has the divine feminine energy and the blessings of intuition and for some psychic ability to help maneuver through things that she wants to create. And then you have the King of Pentacles here, which is that embodiment of Capricorn energy, where you understand, okay, this is what I want for me long term. This is where I'm going. This is what my goals are. This is what I want to achieve. This is what I want to be a part of. This is what I want to experience. This is what I want to share. This is how I want to show up. For some of you, it's about fame and a public image. For some of you, it's just about you've kind of been just kind of standing around waiting a little bit for some change. And this is you saying, no, I'm going to embody a little bit more masculine energy to balance out my feminine energy so that I can create what it is that I want with all this positive momentum from the universe. And this happens because you've gone round, you've learned, you've experienced it. The world's at the end of the major arcana. You've got the fixed signs here, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. So really having gone through it all, and here she is dancing, celebrating in the victory wreath, right? And that's right next to the Ace of Swords. All right, angel, spirits, and guides. What do we have for group 3? Angel, spirits, and guides. Cardinal, stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. Okay, that's perfect because this is very much a leadership position. These two are leadership positions. So maybe it is an actual leadership job, an increase in responsibility, a promotion. This might be you just taking leadership in your life, you taking an active role after having gone through this process and doing some healing, some meditating, some reframing of, okay, yeah, that's what this looked like, but now I want it to look like this. So we envision, we plan, we intend, okay? And then you are the leader in your own life. Maybe it's taking a leadership role in relationships where you're not going to be the one who's always told what to do, how to do it, how to show up, how to dress, how to act, how to talk. Letting go, number 3. Okay, so this is a great card. Look at her. These dogs are trying so hard to get her to go in another direction, to get her to go to a different door. And she's intending on going into this door she's always been, but they're saying, no, not, there's so many other ways to go. So this is about letting go. This is a lot of this Queen of Wands, right? Following that intuitive information that you get, listening to yourself, not your head, but like, what does your heart and soul tell you? And if you say, I don't know, I can't do that. Well, if we can just quiet our minds for a little bit, just a minute or two, we get little hits where it's almost like it's there and it's gone. That's your intuition. Okay. That's your higher self. So letting go of this energy that made you feel 4 of Cups. What's 4 of Cups? I'm over it. I'm unhappy. I'm not getting what I want. I'm not fulfilled. What comes after the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Cups? Looking back, being disheartened, being disappointed, being left out, okay? We have to move our way towards the 10 of Cups. Letting go is part of that process. All right, angels, spirits, and guides. Angelic realm, team effort, charity, validation, patience. All right, so the Ace of Swords, that is always kind of representative, like Archangel Michael. It's the angelic realm coming in. It's the divine coming in, the cosmic energy, however, universe, however you want to see it. And then angelic realm, this is the same thing. This is about you starting over, just in the way you see yourself, just in the way you want to experience life, just in your thoughts, okay? Just in the way you want to be part of something in life. And you validate yourself, right? And you realize that there's an effort between yourself and the divine to make this change, but it can be one where you find complete happiness leaving this 4 of Cups behind, right? Finding fulfillment, stepping into that victory wreath. Yeah, indecision. So this is about indecision with different relationships, different situations where you feel like you're not able to make a decision. You're unsure. You keep going back to the same door, even though the universe is trying to get you to go the other way into this new direction, okay? Indecision on some kind of relationship or partnership. This is Libra energy coming through here. So this is you maybe not being able to make a clear decision on a relationship, on what you want to do going forward in life, about how you want to move and where you want to go. A lot of indecision here where you just feel like time's running out and I don't know what to do. All right, so this is energy that leaves you in this 4 of Cups where it's like, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to stay here. I'm just going to sit here. And then you have protection, number 1. So here's number 1, here's number 1, here's number 1. So this is that team effort, right? Where the divine is coming in to protect you. I said this reminds me of Archangel Michael. He's the protector. He's the warrior. Okay. But this is Aries energy. This is about you knowing that you are protected, that you are safe, that you don't have to be ruled by fear, that you can move forward in a way that you can trust that things are going to provide you with all these great energetic cards that are around you about safety and security and establishing yourself and feeling good about yourself and feeling good in the world and stepping into a leadership role. Again, it can just be, about how you act yourself. So trusting that this process is one that's meant for you because it's about moving into something that is going to be this energy that you can be a part of, that's a part of you. And that as you embody this energy, you can really jump on this Eight of Wands and move into something that is beneficial, a blessing, a new beginning, a new start, okay? You've learned a lot going through this World card. Look at that. New beginning, dawn. Yep, so here we talked about a new beginning over and over and over again. If I was to name this particular pile, it would be new beginning. And then look, spring equinox, rebirth. So for some of you, you've had the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere. We've had the fall equinox, but rebirth, new beginning, new beginning. Number one, angelic beings around you, new beginning, about yourself. Okay, this is so much about your transformation. This is about abundance in your life in whatever way you see it. Rabbits represent abundance, okay? And look at her. She's so, spring is about creativity. It's about birth. It's about transformation. It's about letting go of the winter energy, right? It's about, and even in the fall equinox, that's about releasing, right? The leaves fall. It's about letting go. So much of this is about a new beginning for you, pile 3, about a change that you can find some passion around, right? Embody that fire energy of the Queen of Wands. And you have risk. Sometimes we need to take a risk, but sometimes you can see here, there's like 3 arrows. You can go 3 different ways, and there's not a lot of signage anywhere that tells us what's ahead. There's nothing really other than our own intuition where we can ask ourselves, are we worth the risk of something better? The answer to that is always yes. And then we choose a path. And if we have to make some changes along the way, that's fine. We've got this King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands here, which is all about having moved through the different suits where you know how to manifest and you know how to alchemize energy and you know how to make the most of the 3D world so that you have a lot of, abundance in your life, like we see here. Angel, spirits, and guides. For some of you, this is about just having faith in the universe, okay? Because the indecision and the 4 of Cups means, you're kind of uncertain, you don't trust. And the universe is coming in by saying, if you let go, follow your passion, take a little bit of a risk. That doesn't mean, sell everything you have and go off in a car and see where it lands you. And it's nothing like that. But it is about taking a risk on yourself, okay? Trusting in yourself, trusting in the universe. 36, lost in space, needing direction. Okay, indecision, lost in space, needing direction. 4 of Cups. Okay, so transmuting this energy, moving into this energy, following our passions, letting go, new beginnings, rebirths. Leadership role. Amazing, amazing cards here. Bottom of the deck, Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. Yeah, so you get the protection message not once but twice. You need to trust in this process. Very much surrounded, so my ear is ringing really loud, my left ear, very much surrounded by divine beings for you, group 3. You're very surrounded. They're really trying to kind of give you a little bit of a nudge here, and they're asking you to trust the process and trust in the universe, because big changes are coming to help you move into something that you can emerge in, something that will give you something to look forward to on this unknown path, but feeling a sense of security, like, okay, this makes sense to me. I think this is right for me, okay? So this is a yes for you. There's gonna be some reflection that's gonna be required as you go forward, but this is definitely a yes. A lot of protection around you. For those of you who really connect with your guides in the angelic realm, they're saying more meditation, they have more messages for you, and pay attention to your dreams. This is a really lucid dreaming time in the universe because of the energy right now. So pay attention to your dreams, okay? Every month I give away a free reading. They're upwards of 60 minutes. If you're interested, please hit like and subscribe and just put I enter in the comments section. As you go forward, I wish you much peace and joy. Namaste. Hello, group 4. This is your choice. This is the Mookaite. All right, so we're going to start with some tarot today. For those of you who are new, welcome. I take what flips out. All right, just take what resonates and we'll leave the rest. Princess of Wands, Six of Pentacles, the Death card, the Hermit, and the Four of Wands. Empress, okay. Okay, group 4. 1, 2, 3 major arcana, and 1 more court card and 2 minor arcana. But all these cards are really beautiful cards. All right, so for those of you who know me, you know that this is my favorite card in the tarot, the Death card. Scorpio energy coming in. Why? Because it's about growth, rising from the ashes, facing our fears, getting in touch with our emotions, following our intuition, and expanding, growing, transforming, changing, peeling back the layers, shedding the old skin, letting go of the pain, moving towards something new, having transmuted, the key word there, transmuted, things that have come into our life that have really been challenging, that have been painful, that have knocked us on our rear end, but we continually get up and go, following our passion. Maybe the passion is just, I'm resilient, I'm a fighter, I'm not ready to let go yet. Who knows what that passion is? Maybe it's, I see something I want to change my life, I want to experience things differently. Maybe it's a big spiritual awakening. And then for some of you, the change in this transformation, transmutation of energy has come through with a lot of inner reflection and kind of getting some illumination to the idea that something needs to change in my life. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but it's something. And I'm going to get a grasp on it. I'm going to get a handle on it eventually. And I'm not going to get so caught up in what it is. I just know that I'm going to move towards what it is that I want, what it is that I want to experience, what it is that I'm feeling, what it is that I want to feel. Okay, so this is Virgo energy. If you are Virgo or you know Virgo, it's beautiful, tenacious energy, doers, creating, harvesting, seeding this, and watching everything grow. That comes through the transformation process, the illumination process. And in consequence to that, we feel a lot more centered, at peace, in balance. We feel pretty good about things. And then you have this energy here, which we have the Four of Wands with the Empress. I mean, talk about energy of creation, of happiness, of abundance, of bringing forth things that we've wished upon, worked for, prayed upon, asked for. Just beautiful, positive energy about, one, we're in alignment with our energy, right? Because this is really the 1111 card. And then 2, this is bringing forward something that continues to grow, continues to bring us bounty, right? Continues to give us more. So we had the Virgo energy, and I gave the example of it's like you seed everything, you seed the garden and it harvests. This is continual harvest, continual abundance, continual happiness, right? Being very rooted to the earth, very grounded. What does that mean? When we're grounded, we are centered. When we're grounded, we have a greater sense of how we need to establish security within financial matters, relationship matters, family matters, okay? Because that's all that root chakra energy. And it brings us a whole lot of blessings, abundance, and bliss. And because we were willing to embrace what could be, what might be, what we want it to be, we are able to create this amazing, beautiful energy, okay? So I love that for you. It's very, very empowered energy. Angel, spirit, and guide. What else do we have? Okay. Vulture, accept the inevitable, let go of the past, and welcome a rebirth to begin. Yeah, so this is a rebirth. Transformation happens with letting go. Transformation's all about transforming into something new. New opportunities, new choices, new things opening up for you. That's the death card. That's the transformation card. Okay. So your intuition is what you need to follow, and you get greater clarity on that when we go into this hermit mode, because it gives us that inner knowing, that inner wisdom. So we don't fail, right? We just succeed. We just continue to be blessed. All right. Oh, look at that. Immediately flip out. Look at that. Ascended Masters. I love this card. This is a beautiful card. For those of you who resonate with the Ascended Masters, you know how much comfort, how much clarity, how much can be illuminated in your life. Okay. So for some of you, this illumination has come through by working with the Ascended Masters. Buddha, Jesus, Kuan Yin, Joao Kuhl, Saint Germain, just to name a few, right? Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. I mean, there's just so many beautiful energies that you can connect with that helps you to transcend this energy into new beginnings. So intuition, finding your neutrality point, the point of centeredness, growth, expansion, finding peace. So spirit really coming in and saying that, you know, you're not alone in this process, that you are surrounded by ascended masters that are coming forward to help you to let go, to forgive, to walk forward with new energy, spiritual awakening for many of you. A lot of transcendence of negative energies, okay? So they're showing me the Eight of Swords. So some of you have worked with the Ascended Masters to free yourself, because the number 33 represents the Ascended Masters. That's also a number for freedom. So they're showing me the Eight of Swords, like you were in that Eight of Swords energy. Many of you have worked with divine beings to help you in this process of healing, of greater clarity, of understanding. Angel, spirits, and guides. What else do we have, please? Sacred space, positive outcome, clarity, lucky attraction, removing obstacles. Amazing. So this is really synchronistic and very much in alignment with what we're talking about here. This is the card of ultimate clarity, the Hermit, right? A positive outcome, the Empress, the Four of Wands, relationships, long-term, beneficial, contracts, agreements, partnerships, in business, in love, in life, with family, restoration of relationships that had gone astray, getting some clarity on those things and moving forward in a way that's positive for some of you. Just, this is really beautiful energy of moving into a space of flowing, of receiving, okay? And that makes great sense with this, even though these are from two different decks, they have the same kind of vibe, right? Working with the divine in some way. Maybe some of you have worked with beings and guides and they're not necessarily ascended masters, but it's helped you shift your thoughts. It's helped you shift your energy, which makes everything in your life shift. All right, angel, spirits, and guides. Impulsiveness, number 1. So this is Aries energy. So sometimes when we're making a lot of changes, we can act impulsively, right? We can kind of react. Sometimes that masculine energy comes in with Mars and says, let's go, let's go, let's go. So we like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. So this is spirit saying, you know, you've learned a lot through this process of illumination and connection. So trust that, okay? You don't have to react impulsively. You don't, you've ever heard like the phrase, take a virtual walk to the balcony, or they're emotionally reactive? Okay, so those are people who make rash decisions without kind of connecting in and taking a moment, taking a breath. So spirit is saying you just don't want to be in a situation where you're impulsive. You've done so much to move into this flow, this amazing energy of flow, and with flow comes receiving, with flow comes blessings, with flow comes creativity, okay? We don't want to be impulsive. We want to, and that doesn't mean overanalyze. It means just connect within and make sure that it resonates with where you've been going and the work you've done. And as I say that, you get Vision Quest. I love that. So, right, we don't want to be impulsive. And Vision Quest is we go out into nature and we allow spirit, the universe, the divine, the earth, the sky, to show us what it is we need to see. We are open and asking, what am I to see? What am I to know? Okay. And that has a lot to do with your spiritual work. So for some of you, it's amazing the spiritual shifts in you. For some of you, it has almost been like life-saving. Okay. I know for me, I went through something like that where I don't think I would have survived the last thing I went through had I not had a massive awakening. I think it would have finally done me in after all the things I've experienced in my life. So I love this vision quest. To me, I love the idea of, the Aborigines, they take a walkabout, right? Many people go on retreats where they don't talk. They take vows of silence for a week, a month, whatever, 3 days, and just take in. So it's really beautiful. And solitude. Okay, so this is the energy of the hermit. This is about solitude. Okay, this is about some of you maybe being in isolation. Some of you were isolated because you had to be with the pandemic, depending on where you live. Some of you kind of took that isolation and that solitude and turned it into a good thing and really transformed and let go of a lot of really negative, difficult energy that could have really put you on a very different path that caused a lot of pain in your life and a lot of challenges. So that's amazing. The goblin, the wounded human ego. Yeah, so many of you have had to let go of the ego, which is the overactive thinking mind. That's all the ego is, right? The overactive thinking mind. But the overactive thinking mind puts us in the state of imbalance. So a lot of you have done a lot of work to let go of that energy. And this solitude and vision quest, it's interesting how these cards came out together. This is about connecting to your intuition based on what you're getting from the universe, not being impulsive, being in some kind of sacred space. So some of you, maybe it is a trip that you're going to take or some kind of retreat that you're going to go on so that you can continue to connect, so that you can continue, you're feeling like you're being called to do something more. Some of you are getting messages as starseeds from the cosmos of which your soul originated in, and you're being prompted to do something, to change. And then you have dust devil, moving out of stagnation. So getting some clarity on your direction forward, getting some clarity on what's best for you, getting some clarity on how to move out of that kind of, you think of like dust and dry, like you're thirsty, you can't see, you can't really speak, your throat gets closed up, you don't want to move. That's that stagnation, right? So moving out of that, moving into this flow where you have so much abundance in your life. And then you have horned cactus, resourcefulness. Yeah, some of you have had to be really resourceful. Some of you have really had to think outside the box. Some of you have had to do things that were uncomfortable to overcome obstacles, but you've done it. It was like you were trying to thread the tiniest needle with the thinnest thread, and you were so intended and focused on, I am going to make this thread go through this tiny needle hole. And it's not an option, so I'm going to sit here until it's done. It's like that kind of intention on what you have to do, how you have to be resourceful. Do you need to go on a trip somewhere? Do you need to mentally meditate in a sacred space so that you can transcend the information, okay? To overcome the obstacles of the past and to be open to the things that the universe wants to teach you, that the universe wants to teach us all. And with that, what do we get? We get new beginnings. We get new starts. We get a lot of blessings, right? Because the bottom of the deck here for you is new beginnings. Okay. All right, so that's what I have for you, Pal 4. If something resonates, please like and subscribe. If you're interested, every month I give away a free reading, upwards of 60 minutes. I randomly pull a name at the new moon. Please like and subscribe and put I enter in the comments section if you're interested in joining the contest every month. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste. Hi, Group 5. This is your choice. Double tourmalated citrine. Okay, we'll put that off to the side. So we're going to start with tarot. For those who are new, I take only what flips out like that, and we'll get started. It's a general read, so just take what resonates. High Priestess, energy coming through first and foremost. 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, the Hermit. Let's put a few more here. 3 of Cups, 9 of Swords. Okay. Okay, so I'm sure you're seeing kind of what I'm seeing, right? Which is you've got these cards that are really beautiful and positive, where you're very connected to yourself, to what's important, to things that you have been trying to keep working on so that you can have this positive outcome of celebration, of happiness, of being with groups of people or a person, or being in a place where you have a lot of things to be grateful for, a lot of things to be happy for. You've done so much of this continual process of overcoming, of learning, of changing, of transmuting old energy, because you're very connected within, you're very connected with what has had to be overcome. Because these two energies here have been foremost in your thinking mind, okay? And it's the thinking mind that creates so many challenges for us, that our material world and our experience becomes very difficult, where whether it be a situation with, like this card represents Pentacles, but so it could be money, but it can be anything that we want for ourselves, and we feel like we're left out of it. We can't get a part of that. We can't be a part of that. Why can't we be it? What am I doing wrong? Why is this wrong? Why was this given it to me? It's a lot of why? Why is my life this way? Why is things always the same for me? Why can't I change? Why do people do this to me? Why does this happen to me? So this is a very like self-sabotage circular pattern, and it's not intended. It's not like I'm going to blow this up on myself for attention or anything like that. It's our thinking mind, our thoughts just keep whirling and repeating and like mentating, right? Constant repetition, where we kind of go off on this tangent. Before we know it, it's 10 minutes later, we're on this crazy story with ourselves about what can happen. And it gives us this, okay? But all of this energy around here is about you moving past that, you doing something to connect within, both within the heart space and the intuition, as well as, you know, getting that greater clarity coming through some time alone, okay? Whether that be 5 minutes alone before, you know, you close your eyes, you don't have anyone talking to you, you don't have anyone with noise around you, there's just some quiet time, or some of you, it's like deep contemplation and meditation, giving you this amazing outcome where you finally realize the beautiful things that you have always wanted, that were truly intended for you in this life, but these things got in the way, okay? A lot of 8 of Swords energy keeps coming up in visuals, and that is just because it's that thinking mind again, okay? And the world is chaotic and manipulative sometimes, and causes us to doubt ourselves and keeps us in a state of fear. And it's our job through the Hermit and the High Priestess, and then the work that we do to overcome that and realize that's not what this world is about. That's not what we're supposed to experience, okay? We are supposed to be in a state of happiness, of bliss. Those are pretty descriptive words, and some people say that's ridiculous, but that is what we're supposed to experience. That is what we're supposed to be a part of, okay? Not this. All right. The magical and the unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now. There you go. Your untapped potential. This was you not believing that you had the potential to have more, to benefit more, okay? To see yourself doing more, to see yourself being more. And this is Spirit saying, no, this is here, and this is your outcome. So make sure you pay attention to your thoughts, the dreams that you have, the things that you think about when you're like driving or you're on, the commuter train or bus or whatever, make sure your thoughts are very much empowered thoughts of this, and don't let yourself get trapped into those thoughts again, okay? Because that can be, like I said, a self-fulfilling prophecy of sabotage and going backwards, negative outcomes. And then you have intention, playing it safe. So part of it is the intention of, I am going to step outside the box of my comfort zone a little bit. It doesn't have to be so drastic that it's so frightening it puts you in a state of anxiety, right? Or hyperventilation, or full on you're frozen because of the fear. But it is about setting the intention to do something a little different every day, to believe that these untapped potentials are there for you. You just have to be willing to step towards them, okay? Because there are different milestones that you can reach in a short amount of time with intention. Along the way, you'll meet people who are supportive. That's that 3 of Cups, right? That new energy of people and connections that are those there to help to prop you up, to help you see the possibilities for yourself, to help you see the potential in new beginnings. Sometimes we need a little bit help to be courageous as we move in the different directions that are before us, because there's a lot of unknown, there's a lot of hidden. But if we step out of this consciousness, and that's what this is, a consciousness of lack, a consciousness of fear, the potentials are infinite, okay? Angel, spirits, and guides. What else do we have for group 5, please? Energy medicine, sensuality, devotion, celestial fertility, deep rest. Yeah, so with the Hermit, we often get with that a lot of rest, where we rest the mind, right? We rest the worry. We rest the fear. Some of you can really benefit from some energy medicine. You see all this color in here, so color therapy for many people. Color therapy is becoming more and more helpful. People are finding as alternative means of therapy. So I'll throw that out there just because I've spent a lot of time studying alternative methods of healing after spending many, many years in a scientific area for healing. I'll leave it at that. Okay, but working on different things to continue to maintain your energy so that you continue to embody this beautiful self-connected, self-aware energy. When we are self-aware, when we are connected, the potential of what can happen, of what we can experience is infinite. Okay, there aren't any boxes for it. It can be almost anything. Bottom of the deck for you, magical alchemy, innovation, ingenuity, curiosity, ahead of your time. So I love this card because this is taking all the wisdom and the knowledge from lifetimes, and that information, as you start to connect with the High Priestess and the Hermit, it starts to come forward. You do start to remember pieces and parts. Things become familiar to you. Things have a resonance that never had before. That is part of your expansion and growth, okay? And you've got Mercury here, which is all about your communication with the elements surrounding you, the energy around you, and alchemizing that. So very much the magician type energy to overcome challenges, right? Because 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So that's Trinket 5. And that's about good fortune, positivity, good outcomes, blessings. So overcoming a lot. And then you have loss. This is Saturn with Pisces. So 12th house. What is the 12th house all about? Endings, healing, closure, greater spirituality, karma, uncovering what's in the subconscious, greater connection to nature and the metaphysical. That's amazing in this for you. I love that. That is very synchronistic. Makes a lot of sense with what you've got here. All right, angel, spirits, and guides, what else for group 5, please? These cards are new and sticky. Forest, breathe. Take a breath. Deep connection, okay? I can't remember who else got this. Maybe, I don't know, group 1 or 2. But what I had mentioned is that, they know from studies that when you go into the forest and breathe, it actually lowers your blood pressure. It increases your cardiac output, the way your heart functions, right? It increases the oxygen to your organs, to your brain. It's very healing. So the message here is, and this is right with energy medicine, deep breathing, deep rest is very healing, okay? Some of us have had lives where we've been so much in the flight or fight. I always say them both that way. For so long, we can't even breathe deep. We can't expand our chest. We can't expand our belly deep because we're in such a mode of anxiety and tension and fear. Okay, so this is going to be very healing for you, and it's going to allow you to continue to move into these new energies, this alchemical process where as things enter your life, whether it is something of loss or something of great celebration, you are able to alchemize, right? Turn something from one thing into the other that is beneficial to you. Okay, you will have this. So some of you, energy healing is going to be something that you're going to want to look into for yourself. Some of you are going to be healers, or you already are now. Okay, some of you are going to move into something where you're going to be coaching and supporting and helping people come out of the challenges and the dark places they've been in. Okay, there's going to be a lot of celebration around you for all that you do. And then you have the stag, pride, leadership. Yeah, this is you taking on that role. Okay, the 17 reduces to 8. That's about the self. This is about moving towards something that's beneficial to the self, not like in a narcissistic way, but I'm doing this for others. I'm being of service in this way. I'm helping others to heal. Therefore, I receive more. And then movement. This is moving from loss and pain and challenges, anxiety, worry, fear, lack, not being part of something, moving into celebration, connection with the divine, healing energy. And even if you don't become a formal healer, many of you will have the healing energy within you. The light within you is going to be healing to many others, okay? So just you being someone that people can connect with is going to be an alchemical process for them. Okay, so very healing energy. Beautiful. Angel spirits and guides. You don't have to be on a platform somewhere. You don't have to have the official title of healer to share your light and heal. And when we heal one, we contribute to the healing of the collective. Watchers, transpersonal. So this is such an interesting card. If you've studied the esoteric at all, you know that the story of the Watchers, right? The story who came to watch over and what happened when things transpired over time. It's really an interesting story. But for this particular deck, this is a really interesting card because this is about observation, witnessing transpersonal change, serendipities, okay? Taking a break from like the everyday stuff, right? The playing it safe stuff, taking some movement, alchemizing some energy, getting away from the linear way we think and the petty day-to-day stuff, and to rise up to untapped potentials, right? To the divine coincidences, serendipities that we see, and to let things happen and flow into these amazing situations that leave you moving into this 3 of Cups, right? It's like you are able to do things differently with this alchemical magic within you, with this energy healing within you. Okay, so that's what I have for you. This is definitely a yes for you, group 5. This was a really cool reading as far as the kind of energy that you're dealing with. So I'd be interested to hear in the comment section and some examples of that, because I think there's a lot to to be amazed by in this group. Okay, so if something resonates, please like and subscribe. Every month I give away a free reading. It's upwards of 60 minutes. Just hit like and subscribe, and in the comments section write I enter, and every month I'll pull a random name. As you go forward, I wish you peace and light. Namaste. Hello, group 6. This is your Bumblebee Jasper. Really beautiful stone. Okay, we'll put that off to the side. So if you're new, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. This is general read, so just take what resonates. And we'll start with tarot. I take what flips out: the Tower, Ten of Swords, the World, Judgment. I already see where this is going. Ten of Wands. Did I see one that's flipped here? Yeah. King of Cups. Okay, so for group 6, we always talk about the elephant in the room, the Tower, okay? So the Tower is something that comes forward because there's something that's not stable, not self-sustaining, not something that is going to provide you with good things in your life, something that you're hanging on to because it's familiar, because you feel like you need to. And the Tower comes in and says, we need to make a change. When we resist the change, things get very difficult, okay? When we start to understand that the Tower is necessary because we have these two tens here, the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands, which show us that we've been in an environment where we're not able to thrive, and some of us can barely survive, okay? In this energy, this is just being on the struggle bus for much of life, and it's just worn you down. Now, we recently had the equinox. This particular equinox is going to be with, this energy is going to be with us for quite some time. It is about change. It is about embracing the change. And if we choose to not embrace the change that was forced upon us, things are going to be really challenging for us. Okay, so we can look at this as like, okay, here we have 10-10, end of something. Something is ending, okay? And what do we get when something ends? A new beginning. One door closes, another opens. Healings need to take place. Closures need to take place. Letting go needs to take place. And when we let that happen and we go with it instead of resist it, we are opened up for some amazing new energy. So look at this energy that you have around you. First of all, this is the World card saying you've gone through it all, right? You've gone through it all. You've had to struggle, fight, learn, love, accept, receive, release, and let go. We go through all the fixed signs, right? Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo. And in the end, our soul will guide us to something where we can dance in the victory wreath. We will move into something, but it's going to take a huge awakening, okay? Maybe a spiritual awakening. Maybe it's just wake the heck up. Maybe it's just we have been shook and shaken to the point of we cannot ignore what's right in front of us, the elephant in the room anymore. So this is healing. This is closure. This is seeing beyond the current circumstances. This is asking why and not getting an answer until we go within and say, I'm starting to get it. Okay, now it makes sense. I understand. For some of you, this is about a relationship with someone who's older, maybe a water sign. It could be a father, could be somebody you worked for, could have been a lover that has caused you a lot of pain. Okay, this, for some of you, you are this King of Cups, and you are emerging this moral, loyal, loving, strong, confident, just amazing energy. This is what you are going to emerge from with this Judgment card, okay? So major changes, Not always easy for this group. For some of you, you're just going to say, this is what it is. I'm just going to go with it. I'm not going to fight it anymore. I'm just going to see what the universe gives me and go with it. You are going to do amazingly well. You're going to thrive, okay? You are going to find your Four of Wands, because that's what's at the end of the bottom of the deck here, the Four of Wands, okay? What's the Four of Wands? It's complete harmony. It's coherence of the mind, the body, and the soul. It's about being in that harmony with the universe, because it's the 1111 card. So it's about being in harmony. And when we're in harmony, when we find peace, when we're in that alignment, that trinity of alignment, we receive so many blessings in all their forms, okay? So that's the energy that is coming forward for those of you who are willing to go. Now, I know that's not easy. I've been through it myself. I have been this person and had this one too many times. Hummingbird, release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. Release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. Here we go. New joy on the way. Okay. Hummingbirds are beautiful, resilient, strong, tenacious, and they're fighters. If you've ever, I have hummingbirds all over where I live. I have hummingbird feeders. They fight. They're tough. You think, oh my gosh, they're so pretty and cute and tiny. No, they are resilient. They are tenacious. They are something else. Yeah. And this is about letting go of these cycles of everything is like it's falling through her hands. She just can't hold on to the relationship, the money, the friends, the situation, the good feelings. It slips through her hands. So leaving that kind of energy, and that's that Ten of Swords, right? Feeling like I'm always in this energy where everything I want, everything I need, everything that's important, everything that I'm focused on slips through my hands. So a real shift in that, moving into more healing light, okay, and that with this Judgment. So big shifts in your consciousness, leaving behind those dark thoughts of consciousness, which are, you know, these things that we lose, these things that we can't maintain. They fall through our hands. They leave our lives. And then we move into this, I'm always in this situation. I can't get away. I never get a break, right? And Spirit's like, I'm tired of seeing you like that. Boom. We're going to make a big shift that's going to knock you straight on your rear end so that you can emerge from that and move into this energy, hummingbird energy. Right, angels, spirits, and guides. What else for group 6, please? Wow. Archangel Michael, heart of a warrior, divine protection, synchronicity. Whenever I see this, it almost makes me emotional, because when I went through that last final thing where I was like, I'm not gonna make it through this. This archangel came through constantly for me, when I never even before that, I knew who he was, but I never thought I was worthy of that kind of energy around me, healing energy. And now he's around me all the time. This is the same for you, okay? He is here with you. He is the warrior. He is the protector. Call him in. Ask him to show up. Ask for his intervention. Ask for his help. Ask for his protection, okay? Oftentimes when we give gratitude to the divine before we actually receive something, we get them to come in. I know for me, before I do readings, personal readings, everything, I call in certain divine beings and I thank them for them coming. Well, they come because when they come, I have a certain feeling, a certain energy moves through my body. You can do the very same thing, and look at that, what flips out as I'm speaking. Leo, Sun in Leo, fortune, number 5. So good fortune coming into your life. Fortune can be about money. Fortune can just be about good things in your life, just blessing. You know, yellow is such a happy color. It's about self-fulfillment. It's about creativity. It's about abundance. It's about new beginnings. It's about strength. It's about courage. Okay, so beautiful energy of overcoming, letting go of those things that are no longer empowering you. Okay, we don't want to be in a situation where people have control over us, where they keep us feeling small, where they keep us feeling unworthy, where they keep us in a state of fear and feeling like this is all we get, or the crumbs that we're able to maintain as the rest slips through our fingers. Then you have river, movement. So moving on, moving into something new, releasing this old energy with healing and compassion and clarity, moving into new energy of the world, right? And this is the beautiful Four of Wands of everything is just kind of humming along. Everything just kind of works. Everything turns out. Not everything is perfect, but the things that matter in life, they turn out. They are lasting versus the things you lose. And then wind activation, the element of wind. So for what I'm getting right away is, so wind is sword energy. That's a lot about being in your mind, right? Staying stuck and tied to things that were painful, difficult, and you've absorbed those kinds of thoughts that kind of keep you in that energy as much as you try to get out of it. We all have those moments, okay? So activation, the wind is blowing to move you out of those energies that, like I said, are those of decrease, moving into energy of fortune, okay? New joy being on the way. So anytime that we can move with the flow of things, and that's what I was talking about with this latest equinox, it's about change. And if we decide to go and flow with that change, things will not be as difficult. If we don't, we're going to have a rough 3-4 months ahead of us, okay? All right, and then you have death. So this is transformation. Beautiful card, perfect card. Transformation with judgment, right? Transmuting that old energy, healing from it, letting go, some forgiveness involved. And then you have perception, no longer seeing yourself as this person who is limited by circumstances, limited by where you were born, who you were born into family-wise, what situation you're in now, perceiving yourself as I'm renewed, I'm healed, right? I have something to look forward to. I have something to believe in. My perception is that things are going to get better a little bit at a time, every day, okay? And kind of putting a limit on yourself, restricting yourself from not going into this energy of decreasing. And then you have number 36, needing direction, lost in space. Yeah, for some of you, you just need some direction. You need some guidance. You need a little bit of encouragement. You need a little bit of support. And that is coming to you. And then you have Garden and Venus, rest and renewal. So this is all energy that comes with judgment, right? That moves us towards the Four of Wands. So with transformation, transmutation of these old energies, we become clear. The directions become clear. We know where to flow. The winds of change come through and activate us for something better, for our perception to change, for transmutation of that old energy that was so powerful but detrimental into some beautiful Four of Wands energy. Okay? All right, so that's what I have for you, group 6. So this is a yes. I know you have this energy here, but the reason this is a yes is this is about change. This isn't about punishment, okay? This is about moving you out of this. This is about forward momentum and activation of movement, a needed direction towards this beautiful energy here. So this is a yes, not something that happens without challenge, not necessarily something that happens with ease, but definitely a movement that happens. So this is going to be a yes, group 6. If something resonates or some aspect, please like and subscribe. Every month I give away free reading. They're about an hour long. If you're interested, please like and subscribe, and in the comment section write I enter. As you go forward, I wish you much peace and happiness. Namaste.